Gen Z real estate agents and how to not let them down. Why are younger agents leaving brokerages so fast?
Welcome to the Open Books Podcast, where we discuss all things real estate, helping you take the road less traveled to real estate success. I'm your co-host, Curtis Haddock, alongside my amazing, talented co-host, Casey Tuter, and also amazing, talented co-host, Brooke Massey.
Are you amazing and talented too, Curtis?
Yeah, but you can't
Sure.
say that about yourself. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the question.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, yes, I
don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me.
I mean, you're pretty. We'll
Yeah.
go with it.
So today we're talking about the young folks getting into the business, the Gen Zers,
Young
the
folks.
Gen Zs, and what they kind of expect and what they want and what we need to talk about in when you're trying to attract agents into the industry and in your business, kind of what they're after. And I heard a funny story once, and this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with setting the stage here, but it's you have the millennials that are in an office space or in an industry, and then they have the boomers that are working with them, and
Yeah.
they can't attach the email to the file. And then you got the Gen Zers who can do all this crazy stuff, but they just won't show up to work because they don't have to. We're just kind of stuck in the middle, like, what the heck, man? And the millennials get the bad rap, you know?
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought that was funny.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I think that there's a lot of stereotypes for all the generations.
Yes.
And I bet you that each and every one of them would say, that's not me, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe it does fit people
I think-
to a certain extent. I guess that's why
I don't
stereotypes
like being
exist,
called a
but-
millennial.
I think
So-
everyone just
Yeah, I
blames
don't care.
millennials. Like, I'm like, no, that was Gen Z, bro. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't me.
Yeah.
Well, we want to talk about kind of what can we do to not just retain Gen Z, but also attract Gen Z, because whether you like it or not, the younger generation is coming, and they are a force to be reckoned with, and they are going to do things their way, whether you like it or not,
And they know shit.
just like we did, you know. And with technology advancing the way that it is, things are going to change rapidly, and you have to be able to adapt as a leader and as a brokerage. So we're going to talk about how Gen Z real estate agents need mentorship and guidance, not just quote unquote training. A lot of people think, I got training and so I'm good, but they don't do anything with it. They they want people to just go read it, go figure it out, and that's it. You know, you got to be able to guide people the right way. Younger agents want flexibility, branding, and collaboration. I think that's a big one. And then lastly, we're going to talk about how real estate leadership has to adapt without lowering standards.
Love it.
So let's go with the first one.
Mentorship, not just training. I feel like everybody needs mentorship, not just training.
I know.
Because like training is like, we talked about it before, like people get super involved, and I meet those people all the time. That's all they do is just go to the classes and classes and classes, and they learn all this stuff, but that it's just they learned the stuff. They don't have experience. They don't go out there. That's where mentorship really comes in, I think, because it's like, hey, do this training, but then a mentor's following up with somebody. It's like, hey, okay, well, did you go apply it? Well, how did you apply it? What happened? It's so much more than that, especially with real estate. Real estate alone, it's not a real estate transaction is different every single time. Every single time, because you have different people, you have different emotions, you have different motivations, you have different situations, you have a different lender, different title, a different agent, a different seller, different buyer, and it's just so complicated sometimes.
I kind of associate training is learning, and mentorship is application.
I like that.
You know, and I think a lot of people just focus on the training.
Yep.
And they just don't have good systems in place for the application. And I think our industry is really bad at it because the margins are so small and they're squeezed so badly that everybody is independent, and so there's no motivation to even offer your guidance if you're someone who's been in the industry for such a long time.
I see in our industry, because I think we do a really good job of studying other people's systems and how they're set up. And one thing that I've really noticed in our industry, everyone understands that mentorship is needed, but I don't think anybody actually knows how to implement it.
Yeah.
Like you said, they don't know how to
or
apply.
accept it.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll say that, and then someone comes to them and they're like, do I need to help you, or can I just go sell a house over here and make 10 grand?
I have people on my team that they say the reason they joined is because of the mentorship, and they won't do anything that I tell them to do.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other side
That's
of
a
it.
whole other
you know?
side. That's a whole other side of it.
Because it's hard. It's not easy.
Well, you will never get out of, and that's all generations. We've had every single generation
right.
come in here and be what you call, like, I guess, lazy, don't have a good work ethic, or they just don't want it bad enough, or they learn that this industry is really difficult, and so they don't actually have the passion for it that they thought that they did. So they don't do anything. They go get a job, and whatever the case may be. But I think, again, the big part of, if somebody hears like they need to provide better guidance and better mentorship, and I think even the state associations and all the associations, the national ones, they're all going to be leaning towards more like guidance of people and making sure that people have proper leadership in place, so that, because it's getting really, really bad, and it's because, well, let me backtrack. Brokerages can't implement mentorship because their structure does not allow it. And so when they hear that they need to start doing it more, or if they feel like they need to try to do something, they won't be able to because they have already committed to this structure where they're paying all of their producers X amount of dollars for their production, and it doesn't leave any room to provide mentorship and guidance. And those people aren't going to want, they don't realize it, but now they're stuck in a transactional experience. But that's what's coming out. That's the new brokerages that are coming out. Nobody wants to sell value anymore.
They just want to sell.
They want to sell money.
100% commission.
Yeah, they want to sell the highest commission split possible because it's too hard to sell value. And so if you're in I know a lot of people that are in a brokerage that had to sell value, and they're like, I'm just going to start my own so I don't have to sell value.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make it the cheapest one out there.
Oh, yeah. I have a good friend of mine, and she just opened up her new brokerage, and she was like, I'll just never, like, anyone that comes, they're always at a 90% split. I don't care if you're new or not. I couldn't imagine taking someone's commission away, which is valid. She has a point.
She probably has never helped someone.
Well,
really
a short-term point, but it's like, no, like you're the.
Let me guess.
That's what's the problem.
Let me guess. She has never really mentored at a high level.
No, she has not.
Yeah, so she has
not
no clue.
Not in real estate.
So she's now taking on. So she'll start attracting people, and now she's taking on all of the liability of all of those agents who don't know what they're doing, but then she has no system or structure to actually train them, and no one's going to want to train them because
she's
you can't pay them.
attracting younger agents right now.
Yeah.
Like it's a very cool concept, and I won't say the name and stuff like that. I'll give it away, but
I would never.
But
I would
people
never
like
use that as my brand.
No, I wouldn't either. But it's like going to get people in. But she's going to quickly realize, because I also know her, and she was already stressed out running a traditional team, let alone she's going to do that and run a brokerage and then attract all these people. And that's what I think, like, I want the people listening to this podcast, like, you really got to, like, do some research. Like, you younger generation than us, I found it sounds so old just then, but just any generation, like, we have access. We're in the informative age. Like, the information is out there. Don't just go after one little shiny thing or because they have cool colors. What are you actually going to get yourself into, and what matters for you and your business? Mentorship is a big one. And if someone's going to mentor you, ask them how much time they have for you too. Because I mean, looking at somebody like I'm talking about, she's running a team, she's starting her own brokerage, she's doing all this stuff, and she's not going to have time to help people.
She's going to have other people help her, and she won't be able to pay them.
But yeah, because she's giving high splits.
We also got to remember, I mean, people are always going to go after the shiny object. And so there has to be some element of a shiny object, if you will, you know,
Yeah.
but that can't be the only thing.
Yes.
Because it's just a matter of time before that shiny object. Every time you buy something new, what happens? It wears off after time, and then they're going to start looking for, well, where's my value? Where are you going to help me actually build my brand and build my business and help me to where I don't have to be stuck in the grind day in and day out. So many people in this industry are making so much money, but they're miserable because they are stuck in the grind and they're stuck in the day-to-day of just transaction after transaction because they don't ever take the time to build anything. And it's easy to get comfortable in that. To your point, Brooke, we have an agent at our brokerage now, and if she ends up watching this, she'll know who she is. She's been with us for about she's been with us a total amount of time, about a year. She got in.
So is it? No, I'm just kidding.
She started a team, okay? And she was the same mentality. And she asked me what splits should she give her team members. And I gave her my opinion. And she's like, I can't imagine taking their splits because I didn't like it when my splits were taken.
Yeah. And
she was a badass, you know. And so she felt like, you know, I am, you know, awesome at this, and I didn't like when my split was taken. So she thought that everyone that was going to come in was going to be a badass like her and just pick it up and know exactly what to do. So she has now like 3 people on her team, and literally like within 3 months, she has already called me and said, Curtis, I should have listened to you. I need to renegotiate my splits with my team.
Yep.
And she did, and
Good.
she already lost one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it made them, because you can't go back on your splits.
You can't.
And that's the problem that these brokers are going to have, or these other team, like if you are giving away the commission and then you realize, man, they're out there just doing anything and everything, and I have no oversight over them because I can't. They're all independent, and I don't have a way to pay to mentor them. Then it's just a matter of time before you feel like you got to renegotiate. And if you even attempt to renegotiate a split that goes down, game over.
There's a big brokerage here that's not in business anymore because they sold, and they're a very high split company, very large company, and they sold to a company that put everyone that stayed on 60-40.
OMG.
So talk about going backwards.
Dang.
But the company who bought them knew better.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
we'll make more money. If we lose half of these people, we'll make more money with the half that stay.
I've tried to explain that concept to these people who have large teams at brokerages that offer like $5,000 caps. And she's like, I can't switch because I'll lose half of my team. Like for sure, at least half. Yeah, but then you just got rid of half of the headaches.
Yeah.
And you're not impacting your income because the change in the split makes you more money off of each person.
Yes.
And it makes it worth your time. And now you're focused on quality and not just the total number of people.
Yeah.
Well, and
Actually, that conversation is what led me to think, man, I could care less about quantity.
Yeah.
Let's go after
Well,
quality.
because it's like, I don't know. I have a lot to say, but
Then say it. You got like 5 minutes.
I have 5
I'm
minutes.
kidding.
That's not enough time. I need a whole podcast for myself. Brooke Corner. No.
Well, let's go straight into
Like
okay,
the
let's
next
get
one.
back into Gen Z. Younger agents want flexibility, branding, and collaboration.
I think this is a very big one.
Yeah.
I think it's really becoming more and more and more and more popular because I think there is a little bit of a shift instead of people, even if they go and chase that, like they're not using the brand of wherever they went. They want to create their own. People want that.
And you should.
They want that ownership and I agree. I think you should because that's your pool and depending like what your goals are and stuff, like you're going to make a brand for yourself.
Yeah, and I think Gen Z, all generations probably have their negatives about them, but they get a bad rep for like what you're joking at the beginning, like they don't show up to work,
Yeah.
right? Well,
It wasn't a joke.
yeah. Well, I mean,
And
but
we just lost all our followers.
No, but let's think about why they don't show up. There's a reason why. Technology is different. You can do so much from home. You can do so much with just AI in general.
They can do it 10 times faster than the
Faster.
baby boomer that can't attach a dang attachment to
And
the
that
email.
has to go into the office to
Print
spend all their
papers.
time and do
Yeah.
everything. And print,
To use the typewriter to just.
So technology changes, brokerages don't.
Oh, yes.
And so that's why it's hard to retain. That's why these and then they complain that they didn't show up, and that's why they didn't succeed. Well, it's not about whether they showed up. You can mentor somebody whether they show up to the office or not. And if they have the ability to do this job from, we joke about it all the time in the office. Man, we could do our job from the beach sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you really could. You could if you had
Don't
enough
tell me this,
people and you
Curtis.
hired enough people to do all the little tasks.
You guys are never going to see me.
I mean, you'd have to budget for it and really plan. But most people, like they want to, the commission that they receive, that's 100% theirs, and they
Yeah.
don't actually allocate it towards any expenses. And if people change the way that they looked at the business, like what I think a lot of Gen Z people are going to be doing, then they would be able to do a lot more and sell a lot more and not have higher stress levels because of it. I think that the technology is going to be a huge, huge factor in our industry. And also,
Yes.
not only to the agent, but to the consumer. Think about how people buy a house right now. And I've been saying this since we opened our doors. Do you, like right now, what percentage of buyers do you think buy a house and they don't even look at it, buy it online?
I'm sure
Don't
probably
go
a
look
good
at
amount.
it. I mean, right now.
Have you looked it up?
I don't know for sure the number. Look it up. Let's get the exact number. Ask our friend AI. If I had to guess, so you think it's when you say high number, I would say like less than 10%.
Oh yeah.
How many people buy a house without ever seeing it?
Without ever seeing it. Just buy it online right now.
No, you're talking about they haven't seen it, but they also haven't done like a video walkthrough either.
No. Just haven't physically gone to it.
Okay.
Physically. Here's what the data shows. Pre-pandemic, this is actually good. Pre-pandemic, only about 3% of buyers purchase a home without ever physically stepping foot on the property.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Pandemic spike COVID brought a small bump to virtual home buying. What is the actual?
What do you think, Casey, is the percentage?
I don't know.
I mean, I said less
I wouldn't
than
even
10,
think it would have been 3%.
I mean, I think like,
That was pre-COVID.
I guess it's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of relocations. That's the
Oh,
only time I've
man.
ever done is whenever people were moving out of state.
sure, but
Okay, ready?
interstate.
yeah.
In 2025, nearly 20% of home buyers made an offer sight unseen, up from just 3% in
that
2019.
doesn't count.
I don't count that. Yeah, I
No,
want.
You said offer, close it. Close.
Yeah, they need to close it.
Make it
Yeah,
to where?
because I don't buy that for 1 second.
Well, no,
One
I
out
think
of every
I
five-
think sending the offer sight unseen is
Sure,
probably
sure.
true.
I think that's possible, but 1 out of 5 actually buy a house.
It
sight
could be like
unseen.
also talking about investors and stuff like that.
That's true. Yeah, but I mean, most
a
investors I
realistic-
work with, man, they have the good ones. They know their costs, and so they're going and they're looking at it, or
It's
at least
calculated.
they're having somebody go and look at
It's
it.
7 to 12% range today. So it says
That
nearly
makes
1 in
sense.
10 buyers today close on a home they've never walked through in person.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's probably high to a lot of people because it doesn't make sense to buy a house without looking at it.
No, it does not.
But the more advanced in technology that we get, the more that we're going to see that happen. Think about like you can. There's going to be technology that will be eventually will be able to, open doors that are on the market in a secure way so that you can, vet the person before you just let someone into your house.
Yeah.
And people will be able to just go in. Now that would be going to the house, right?
Yeah.
But if you think about all the 3D tours that we have, like the
Virtual staging is getting better and better.
But I mean, virtual
I don't like it,
staging.
but-
Yeah, virtual staging. I don't know if I'd count. But more so like the 3D rendering of properties. If
Oh, where you
that
can like
starts to-
walk through.
If that starts to get super realistic, and you can start seeing the details of a house, you're going to get so, and especially if we can start getting that onto the MLS, you're going to start to see a huge spike in people that are willing to buy a house that without ever stepping foot, they're going to get, more people are going to get comfortable with it because it's going to happen and then nothing bad is going to happen. It's going to be exactly what they thought. And so word's going to spread. And I guarantee you that.
And then someone's gonna buy a house that smells like cat piss.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
yeah.
super nice. Dude, I've showed like
That will happen.
$800,000
That will
houses. We
happen.
walk in, it's like, holy
Yes.
cow.
How did they let that happen at that price point?
Yeah.
You know?
And then like, what'd y'all think? You're like, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. But my point is that if you don't start to think about how things are adapting and changing and make sure that you are prepared for that, then that's why Gen Z agents are going to leave, because you're stuck in, the same old systems.
The three questions that I get asked here lately about when I'm like recruiting agents, and it's mostly younger people, it's what technology do you guys offer? Like that's like the first question. Then the collaboration is next, because people are looking for a community. They're looking for people, not just like your mentor, but like they want their buddies. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Like whether that's good or bad, depending who your buddy is, right? But
You
that
mean, like,
collaboration.
whenever the new people ask the other new people how they
don't do
things?
that. Don't do that.
They
But
won't.
if like I learned a lot because I was able to collaborate with you. You've been in the industry much longer than me, and I feel like it helped me. Same thing, Curtis and anybody else. But and then the other thing is flexibility, because people love the structure, but they don't want to have to be held to it. Like they have different ideas, and they're learning new things here and left, and they're like, what kind of requirements do you guys have? Do I have to come to training? I'm like, no, you don't, but you should.
Yeah.
Get the job done. Yeah. If somebody can sell 50 houses a year and not step foot into a training office or into one training, I'm not going to hold them accountable to training.
Just keep selling houses.
In fact, could you maybe do some of the training yourself?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the old ass and seat mentality. And
Yeah.
it's like, and that whole thing is like, you're there for 8 hours and do 2 hours of work. It's like, what even happened today?
Yeah, there's value to being in the office and being around people working, but not in an environment where you're trying to sit there and learn something at all times, because we lose our interest so fast. All generation, I mean, because of social media and technology, like we want to be entertained like every couple of seconds, and if we're not, we're moving on to the next thing. And so if you're trying to teach people through that model,
I want to know that number. Like our attention spans pre-pandemic COVID to now, because I feel like it amplified like intensely. And I think people know about it, but they really don't understand, because it's like, even with like listing photos, I'm not posting 50 photos. People are going to get bored if they don't like the front of your house. And the first 6 photos are the boring front of your house, but your kitchen is badass. Well, I need to do that, because again, it's that attention span, but people don't think about that type of stuff.
Yeah. Before we move on to the last topic, brand. I want to make a quick comment on branding. If you are an agent out there, you should try to at least think about branding yourself. And I think that especially for the younger generation who are wanting to do that, if they go to a brokerage, I bet a lot of brokerages would probably tell their agents, you don't want to brand yourself. You don't need to do that.
because they want you to use their brand.
They want you to use, but they have to use your brand anyways.
Yes.
And so to me, and as a broker owner, I want to be as transparent and as honest as I can be with people. There's no guarantee that just because you're with us that you're going to be with us for your entire career. Now, I would love for that to be the case, that you would be with our brokerage for your entire career and want to be with us.
Oh, we make you sign a contract. In blood.
For life. Yeah. And if you break it, I know a guy that knows a guy. I'm just kidding.
That's true.
No,
$5,000 goes a long way. No, I'm just kidding.
But if you build your brand, your name, then it doesn't matter where you are, because you have built your own brand that people know and recognize. And if you ever change brokerages, you should build your brand to a point where maybe if you do change brokerages, that it's like people don't even know. Like the nobody knows that it's been changed.
Oh,
you're still the Casey Tuter team or the Brooke Dynamics, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you want it to be known for. And so, because the smart brokerages will know that the bigger that those brands become, the bigger their brand becomes, because it's like people still will recognize, oh, you're with so and so. And so, I think a lot of brokerages should be, offering and telling people, build your brand.
Well, I think the logo doesn't have much to do with your brand. I think that's where people, that's all they think about. That it's like, oh, I need my logo. Well,
Yeah.
first of all,
It needs to be in a house.
everyone's logos
Doesn't
for the
matter.
most part suck.
They're
Like,
well,
they
especially
are
team ones.
terrible.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't matter. So what does matter is who you are, because that's your brand. Like what position in the industry do you portray yourself in? Like, what authority do you have in the industry? Because if you just have a logo and then you never make calls and you don't do anything, you don't have a brand.
I think you need to sit down. If you're going to make a brand, you really need to sit down and think about how do you want to be perceived? Not just your brand, but also yourself, because that will go a long way. And think about it like your clients. How do you want to be perceived? Write that crap down.
That is your brand. Your
That
brand
is your brand,
yourself. It's who
because
you
then-
are, what you do, how you do it. It's not your logo, as Casey said.
Yeah.
It's those
Yeah.
things.
Absolutely.
Okay, real estate leadership has to adapt without lowering standards.
We've already kind of talked about it a little bit.
Go for it then. What did we talk about already?
About brokerages like shrinking. They're offering these high splits, but then they can't afford to offer things like technology
Yeah.
and stuff like that to their agents.
Yeah, and what this is not saying is that we have to lower standards for Gen Z people. That's what it's not saying. Like
Yeah.
that you got, but it's saying that you are in order to attract people, that you're trying to make it easier and easier just to attract them, so that way you can get more people. And instead of focusing on value and the quality is what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
Focus on quality.
Well, there's
The
something-
brokerages that retain Gen Z talent will be the ones that combine high standards, but also with real support.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for like consistency among technology as well, because like that's why we provide. It's like everyone uses this. I mean, they don't have to, but we offer the same CRM for everybody, the same paperwork sharing software for everybody. So then, if anyone in the company needs help, you know how to help them because it's the same software that you use.
Yes.
Yeah.
If everyone's using different stuff, then it's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
So-
using what? I'm like, I don't know. Can't Chat GPT that. Use Claude. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
If it's technology, use Claude.
Yes, please, because otherwise ChatGPT will just tell you. It'll be like all confident. It'll be like, you just need to click the three little dots over here and hit settings, and it's like
Claude has
there's
done that
no
to
three
me.
little dots.
Yeah. Claude has done that
You're
to
right.
me.
You're right to point that out.
Yeah, I just did that with Claude last night, and I even said, I was like, "Why did you tell me this if you already knew?" It's like you're absolutely right to call that out. It was before I just assumed and didn't
Yeah.
research.
Next time,
so I
I'll
said,
make sure
"Oh,
that I.
wait, so I got to tell you to research it or before you do."
I
it,
thought
go-
that's what you do.
And AI just assumes now.
Yes, so AI will make an assumption. That's why you can't just trust AI. You got your prompt is so important. Anyways, that's a whole nother topic that the
Oh,
Gen Zers could probably teach us about.
We should probably have an episode just specifically on that.
Yeah.
And like how to prompt it and not suck at life.
And what bad prompts can do to you.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
Especially for the consumer, because I don't know if you guys have dealt with somebody who knows more than you because they're talking to AI, and oh my
Yes.
Well,
gosh,
Especially
Yeah.
a client. And I'm like,
that's what I'm talking about.
yes.
Yeah.
I finally asked a client one time, they're a good friend of mine, and I was like, where are you coming up with these questions? I'm like, that makes no sense. And they're like, well, we're ChatGPT.
Now you can spot
we
it,
just
though.
we just needed to know, like, we didn't know what questions to ask you. And I'm like, I mean, good for you for like
Yeah.
researching stuff to ask me questions, but I promise that I was like, you're making it more complicated because you're doing too much. So then it was a joke throughout the whole transaction. I'm like, don't ChatGPT that.
Yeah,
And so-
yeah.
Yeah. Stop. You
I'm
stop
like,
it.
this is your inspection time, I promise.
Hey, but think about that. How we feel about like people who chat GPT for our industry. We'll go do it for other industries that we don't know much about.
Oh, especially health.
like coding and technology.
Yeah, like,
and
why do I have
software.
this cough?
Health.
Yes.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of that stuff. And I bet you that doctors are just hate with a passion some of the AI stuff.
I mean, I
You
went
know,
to the doctor
if
the
you-
other day and they told me, they're like, hey, if you don't want to wait to meet with the doctor, you can just take your results and put them in ChatGPT. And I was like,
Now that is
Okay.
something different because you're getting a doctor report that you're asking it
it
to
has
analyze.
details. Yeah, that's fair.
And so that's different. But if you're trying to use it to diagnose something,
Oh yeah, no, that's
good
impossible.
I'm sure you could diagnose some stuff, but I'd be very careful with it because
It
it's
helps.
gonna take you down path. We're just tangent now. It's just gonna take you down areas that you may not need to. So, anyways,
It's guidance at least. At least tells
Yeah.
me what doctor I need to go talk to.
yeah, cool. All right, we're at the 30-minute mark.
30 minutes. Oh, okay. All right, guys. For some reason, I was thinking 45. All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off. Let us know in the comments what your biggest takeaway from this episode was. We'd appreciate the engagement. So other than that, like, subscribe, comment, and click the bell. And we're going to sign off. I'm Casey Tuter. This is Brooke.
All right.
Dang it. This is Curtis Haddock.
And
and
Brooke
Brooke Massey.